Yeah.
Sir, between the two books, SS Bhavikatti and DS, sir, which one should we prefer?
Mhm. I have already told you in the beginning, the main textbook is SS Bhavikatti.
Okay, sir.
But you should purchase both the books. Reason behind that is that only, in SS Bhavikatti, let us talk for the module first. In the module first, we have three types of problems, and the three types of problems for the type one, we are saying we have 5 to 6 problems we have discussed from the studies from the SS Bhavikatti, and some more variety of problems you can also get from the other book. So that's why I am recommending you should purchase both the books, but more you have to focus on SS Bhavikatti, and then you have to focus on DS Kumar. And the third one I have already told you, you can also go for other books also, but if you have any, you can say, if you can purchase it from library, then you can go for A Nansal. Yeah, otherwise, these two books are sufficient for you, SS Bhavikatti and DS Kumar. Fine. So any other
Yes.
questions from the
No, sir.
regarding
No,
the
sir.
book, regarding the calculator? Because I have already told this thing earlier, but if you have still any difficulty, you can ask me right now, because I am uh, very strict now, because from the next week, this week I was only discussing with the basic part, and I assume that by the end of this week you will be studying the basic theory, and you should be ready for the numericals from the next week. So everybody should have piece of paper, pen and calculator with you, because I will be discussing one or two numericals in the lecture, then I will be asking you, all of you, to solve the numerical and show me the answers at that time, that I did in the lab also. Because my motive is only that you should understand the numericals very easily. Because if you're not able to understand the numericals and what type of numericals you have to study, then it will be very difficult for you to clear the exam with good marks. Okay, because this subject is mostly 70 to 80% is numerical based. So yesterday we have discussed basically. Can anybody tell me what we have discussed yesterday? Any student from the X batch? Only the brief part, not
System
the
of
main part.
forces, fixed
Fine.
force, hinge support.
Listen, beta, listen, Mishka. Try to come in a proper order. First, we have discussed the types of forces, coplanar, concurrent forces. Then, and after that, only one student will say right now. After that, what we have discussed.
Principle of transmissibility of the force.
Okay, who can tell me or who can explain me what is principal transmissibility of forces? You can open the camera and you can explain me.
So from one
Any
point,
student from the class, X batch or Y batch. If you are feeling comfortable, you're confident, you can explain me by opening the camera. What is principal transmissibility of forces?
so force on one point shifted to another point.
So that for
Line
we
of
can
action
shift
remains
the
same.
force.
Force.
It's not
Only one. Yeah. Only one student will say that means we can shift the force from one point to another point, but the condition is sorry is
Magnitude
that
remains
line of
same.
action should be same.
Magnitude also.
Same
Okay.
magnitude and direction.
Up, okay. After that, yes. After that, what we have discussed after principal transmissible forces. Next is
Support, support reactions.
reactions. Support reactions. Can anybody tell me how much types of support reactions here?
Three
Please
types.
listen. Everybody should mute their mic, and only one student will say. Everybody, please mute their mic, and only one student will say. Only one student will say what is the different types of support reactions.
Three types of
Only one student will say.
roller support, fixed support, hinge support.
Yeah, roller support, hinge support, and fixed support. Very good. Now, what is the meaning of roller support? Can anybody tell?
Free to move along x-axis only.
Only move in vertical
Okay, fine.
direction. Horizontal, sorry.
Means free to move, you can say only in x direction, means that only you have to, we are considering the motion in y direction, that's why we getting the reaction only in the y direction, 90 degree to the surface. And what is hinge support? Anybody else? I will listen, I will call you from roll number wise. Okay, mute your mic. I will call only by the roll number wise. Roll number 292 is here.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what is this hinge support?
Sir, it is support which is fixed at one end of the. It is not lever actually. It is fixed at one end and is represented by
No,
a
no.
triangle
No.
with.
Studied it again, beta. I am saying what is the hinge support? You are explaining the fixed support. I am asking the hinge support.
So it was represented by a triangle with one rectangle drawn over
Okay.
the triangle.
Fine, fine. So what is the physical significance of the hinge support? Or you can say what is the, how you can make the ABD?
Pardon me, sir?
How you can make the ABD of the hinge support? Roll number 302. Roll number
Yes, sir.
302.
Yes,
Online.
sir. Yes.
Can you
Hinge
tell
support.
me how you can make the ABD of hinge support? Yeah.
Sir,
That means you are not studying at home, Sparsh.
I am
Okay,
not able to
next
hear
I
you
can
audible.
ask for roll number
Am I
306.
audible to you, sir? What is
Yeah,
happening?
yeah.
Connection is. I think I'm losing my connection. Sir, could you repeat your question? I was not able to hear your question. Your voice was really choppy.
Yours, Sparsh, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. My question is that what is the hinge support and what are the types of ability, or you can say what are the type of reactions we will introduce in case of hinge support?
So there were two type of reaction. One was normal, and then we resolved the reaction.
Okay. So what type of different types of loading on the beam? Can you name them?
Again, sir, I was not able to hear your audio.
I am again saying different types of loading in case of beam.
Different types
Just
of
name them.
different type
Loading.
in case of beam.
Okay, Sparsh. Okay, you can
Center and
mute
end.
your mic. Roll number 310. Okay, fine. Okay, roll number 310.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now you can say what is the different types of loading in case of beam. Just name them.
Sir, loading. Sir,
Yes,
four
different
types.
types of loading.
Sir, four types of loading are there.
Name them.
Sir, UDL, uniformly distributed load.
Okay. Second one.
Point load.
Okay. And third one.
Sir, I don't remember other two.
Can you explain me what the UDL?
Sir, it is evenly distributed over a beam.
Fine. Okay. Now roll number 314.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can you explain me what is the meaning of this UDL and UVL?
Uh,
No.
no, sir, I haven't revised
Listen.
it properly.
Okay, okay. Please mute your mic.
Yes.
Listen, students. I am,
Sir, may I?
no, no. Okay, fine, fine. I just want to give a message to all of you. It's very simple that this subject is very difficult. Engineering mechanics subject is from mechanical engineering branch, and we are here to help you so that you can easily solve this numericals. But I also need cooperation from your side. Please try to revise what I have discussed in the previous class.
Sir,
Otherwise,
we
what will
didn't have
happen?
the content.
You will not be able to remember what. Beta, I have already discussed everything in the class. You should have a piece of paper, you should pen with you. When I was discussing, you can make a note there. This all you can do it now. I can provide you the content. I have already uploaded everything on the LMS. Don't say this type of things right now. Okay. When you have attended the full lecture, you should have your piece of paper, you should have pen with you, you can write it there what I am discussing that time. You should not just listening and just keeping it in your mind. Just listening and keeping in your mind, next day you will forget everything. So you should have a copy with you, pen with you. You should write important points there. Then you will not say in my next lecture that sir I cannot able to write that, and you have not provided this thing. I have already provided LMS lectures for the previous videos. You can download it from the Amazon. And for the lectures also, I will provide it very soon. Don't worry for that. Now, thing is that today, why I was asking you all these things, because I just want to know how much sincere you are, how much serious you are to this subject. Only the attendance is not mandatory here. Attendance is fine. You will get all, maybe if you attend all the classes, you will get 100% attendance, you will get 5 marks. But the main thing is that you should have knowledge, you should understand how to do numericals, you should carry calculator, you should understand what I am teaching you in the class, and after that you revise it in the home. When you revise it at home, then next day if I ask you of the previous class, you say yes sir, I know everything what you have taught to us in the previous class. In the this is the this is the third class of our mechanics. So today, after today, I will assume that you are now grown up, because 2 or 3 lectures are required so that you. So you have chapter study with you. Just study, uh, purchase the book, and I will also share the material with you. Read it, and in the coming lectures, you should be prepared with everything and with the calculator. If I take for 5 minutes to recap the previous lecture, I must assume that you all know everything. Fine. And from the next lectures we will be starting the numerical part also. So please ensure, because this subject is 70 to 80% numerical. I am teaching very slow right now, because so that you can just adjust to the subject also. You just know what is the basic fundamentals of the subject. That's why I am getting very slow. Otherwise, I could have started the numericals from yesterday, or I could have started numericals from today. But I am not starting the numericals from today. I will starting from Wednesday. So you have almost 3 or 4 days now. Purchase the calculator, purchase the book, and also I will share the material. Just revise it, and most important thing is that when I am delivering in the class, you should have the piece of paper or pen and everything. You are writing everything there, because the personal notes are the always personal. I will give you the notes also, I will give you the PPTs also, I will give you everything. But your personal notes are your personal, that in the way which you are writing, then it will be understand only by you. You know that I am getting all these things, I will remember these things. So please don't tell me this thing in the future that I have not given this. I have already given this on LMS. You can study it on the LMS for the previous 2 lectures, and for the coming lectures I will also send it, and for the lectures we have already done, I will send it on the Microsoft team. So this is the way I want to teach you, and I also want the support from all of you. This is not the art class. This is not the art class that you say that there was a king and there was a queen and all these things. This is the pure mechanics. You can say this is the pure engineering here. So you have to solve the numerical. This is the extension of physics that we have already discussed in the first lecture. So please, I am again telling you, don't take this subject lightly. Just help me. I will always there for your support and carry all these things. Fine. So for the Y batch, which you have missed the yesterday lecture, I will try to compensate it on Monday. If I will talk to your PL and I will just arrange one extra class for you that who have missed Thursday's lecture, because I don't want any student says that, sir, we don't know what we have taught on that day. So I will take one extra class on Monday or Tuesday according to your availability from the timetable so that you can understand it. Fine. So now I am coming to share this slide for today's lecture, because till now I have discussed what we have done till now. So just I am sharing it, and if you just see it and tell me. Is it now visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, I am starting now. This is the third lecture of our. Now we are going to free body diagram. Okay. Till now, I am just recapping it once again for you if you missed something. Firstly, we have discussed about the what is mechanics. Then I have discussed about the chart of the mechanics. Then we have discussed about what is this principal transmissibility of forces. Then we have discussed different types of forces. After that, we have discussed what is how we have to resolve the forces in x direction. If you have some force acting at angle theta, f cos theta, f sin theta. After that, we have discussed about the different types of reaction, support reactions, hinge support, roller support, and fixed support. And then we have discussed about the beam, what is the beam and what are the different types of beams, or you can say what are the different types of load acting on the beam, point load, UDL, UVL. And after that, now we are going to discuss the free body diagram. You can see a very simple here. Don't go too much in the theory part. I will just tell you the main part here. See, there are two types of forces which can be acting on the free diagram of any body: active forces or external forces, and second is reactive forces. Active forces are the forces which can be due to the environment, which is right now we have. You can say, for example, gravitational force, magnetic force, electric force, or any force. But in our mechanics, we will take only one force, that is force due to gravity. We will ignore other forces, magnetic force, electric force, and any other force. So anybody ask you in free body diagram, how many types of forces are there? You directly say that we have two types of forces, active forces and second is reactive forces. If we are talking of active forces or external forces, the forces will depend on the environment, and examples are gravitational, magnetic forces, electric forces, and all these. But in our mechanics, we will only consider with one type of force, that is called as force due to gravity. So see here, this is the earth here and this is the ball here. So this earth is attracting this. Due to this, we have the force of gravity, W is equal to mg. So this is the external force here. So in the mechanics, we are only dealing with the force of gravity. Other forces, we are going to ignore it. So what is free body diagram? Basically, we are just making the diagram in a sense that we are making the forces and the reactions so that to maintain the equilibrium condition. Or we can say that we have to see that why the body is in equilibrium. So why the body is in equilibrium? Because of some forces which are acting in the body. So to analyze all those forces due to which the body in equilibrium is simply called as free body diagram. So we have two types of forces here, reactive and active. So in active, we have different types here, which depends on the environment. Examples are gravitational, magnetic, electric, but we will only take the force of gravity here. We will ignore the other forces. So this is the one active forces. Now come to reactive forces. Reactive forces arises when the motion of the body in a particular direction is restrained by another body attached to it or in contact with it. You know, yesterday what I have discussed with you, reaction. So what is the reaction? They are self-adjusting forces which come into action when two bodies are in contact. This is only the reaction force or the reactive force here. So two bodies are in contact, then the reaction will occur. See here, this is the one body here. This is the second body, the inclined plane. So two bodies are in contact. So because of these two bodies, you can see here, this is the surface and this is the block. So reaction will always act at 90 degree to the surface. So reaction will be here and weight which will be acting downward. Second example you can see here. This is the sphere. This is the surface. Again, I have told you what is the reaction. These are the self-adjusting forces which come into action when two bodies are in contact. One body is sphere, second body is floor. So these two are in contact. This is the point. See, this is the point where two bodies are in contact. So here the reaction will be there. So this is the reaction which is occurring here. Why the reaction is occurring? Because the weight is acting downwards. This is the sphere here, and due to this sphere, and you can say this is active force here, force due to gravity here, the W is acting downwards, and to compensate this or to make this block also, so this sphere and the floor in equilibrium, the reaction force has to be there. So this is the ability of this sphere. Now comes to here. This is very, very, very important for you to learn. See, because you have a piece of paper, you have a pen with you, write down there type number 1 numericals based on these spheres. Every student should write there on your notebook, write there type number 1 numericals based on the spheres. So these are the numericals. This is the one type, this is the one type. So these types of numericals will be studied in the first type of numericals. This is the one sphere here, this is the two spheres here, there can be three spheres, there can be four spheres. So here only we are showing the one sphere. See, this is the example again, very important. This is one surface, this is other surface, both surfaces are inclined, okay, and this is the sphere. So what is the reaction here? See, this is the surface and reaction will be at 90 degree to the surface. You know, reaction will be 90 degree to surface. So this is the RA here. Similarly, at the point B, this is the surface. Surface is not like that. This is the horizontal surface and this is the inclined surface. The surface is inclined. So reaction will be at to the surface, that will be 90 degree. So here it is RB, which is 90 degree to surface. Similarly, here it is RA, 90 degree to surface. So this is the ability of the system. So this completes the inclined plane and this is the sphere and this is the RA and this is the RB. So this is very, very, very important for you to understand, because when you are going to do the numericals of the spheres, you should know if a sphere is acting in a or lying in a V group. This is also a V group. We call it as V group. The shape of a V, so we can say it as V group. So V group is there. Sphere is lying there. Point of contact of the sphere is point A at this point and point B at this point. So you know very well, when there is a point of contact, there will be a reaction, and reaction always act at 90 degree to the surface. This is the surface, reaction will be 90 degree to the surface RA. Similarly, this is the surface, reaction will be at 90 degree to surface, that will be RB. So RA, RB are the two reactions. So you should know very well how to calculate the reactions of this single sphere. Now coming to two spheres. See here, this is sphere A, this is sphere B, and this is the complete rectangular surface here. This is rectangular surface, this is sphere A and sphere B. See, if we make the FBD of the sphere A, what will happen? You know, two spheres are in contact, so these two will impart two reactions, R12 and R21, according to Newton's third law of motion. This is a R12, means sphere 2 is applying the force on sphere 1, that will be R21, and R12 is the sphere 1 is applying the force on the sphere R2. So R21 and the R12, they are two forces. Again, so you can see here, this is the vertical surface, so reaction will be like that, 90 degree to surface. Similarly, this is the vertical surface, reaction will be 90 degree to surface. So how many forces are there for the first one? See, this is R21, this is here R1, let us say this point is A, so this will be RA, and the weight which is acting downward. So for the sphere 1, we have three forces, R21, now the weight mg which is acting downward, and the third is here, this will be RA. Similarly for here, let us say this point is B, so this reaction will be RB, here it will be RB, and weight which is acting downward, it will be R2, and third is R12. For these two spheres, we have three different forces which are acting, and when you are solving the numericals, you have to take both these spheres separately. In the Monday class or coming week, I will be discussing very clearly with you in the numericals how you have to solve the numericals. This is only the FBD part. You should know how to draw the FBD. This is for the sphere 1 and this is for the sphere 2, which is lying in the rectangular shape. Is it clear to all of you? If any doubt, you can ask me right now.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, you said in figure 4 there are three forces acting.
Yeah.
Sir, third वाली कौन सी है? Sir, दो तो sir
Listen,
R12 और R.
Listen, you have not understand me properly, beta. I am again reminding you for the sphere 1. Let us say for the sphere 1, okay?
Yes, sir.
Just concentrate here. You know, sphere 1 and sphere 2 are in contact, so there has to be some reaction, okay? Due to that reaction, and according to Newton's third law of motion, there has to be some reaction on each other. So this is the Newton's third law of motion, okay? So one force is here, it is fine.
Yes, sir.
Now coming to second force, when this sphere 1 is lying at this point, there has to be some force due to force of gravity. So
Yes.
from this point, the force of gravity will be, let us say, this R1, which is acting downwards. This is the second force. Now come to the third force. See, these two spheres are in contact. Also, this wall and this sphere also are in contact now. When this wall and this sphere are in contact, and I have already told you, when two bodies are in contact, there has to be a reaction, and that always acted 90 degree to the surface. So what is the surface here? This is surface, and what is 90 degree here? This is the
Outward.
90 degree.
Yes, sir.
Okay, outward, inward, whatever it is. So
Yes, sir,
this is the third force. So one force is this, one force is due to gravity, and third force is this. It is clear now?
Okay, sir.
Similarly,
Yes,
for this, similarly for sphere 2, one force is this, one force is acting downward, and third force is R12.
Surface.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Between two spheres, according to Newton's third law of motion. So
Yes.
it is clear to all of you what types of how you have to make the FBD for the spheres, because you should know it very well, because in numericals, this is type 1 numerical. In examination, one numerical always comes for the two spheres or the three spheres or the one sphere. Okay, so you should know very well how to solve all these numericals. So we will be solving the numerical later on, but I am just giving the glimpse here how you have to select the forces which are acting on the spheres. If you're not able to identify which are the forces acting on the sphere, then it is very difficult for you to solve the numerical. Should I proceed now?
Yes, sir.
See,
Sir, can
now
you start the recording?
it's already starting.
It's not showing, sir.
Sir, time नहीं दिखा रहा.
Okay, no issues in that. Okay, no, forget about it. Now come to this part, tensile pulling. Whenever a body is attached to inextensible cord, a rope or a cable, a tensile pull acts on the body. See here. Forget about this figure. Come to this figure here. This is the wall here, let us say, and this is the cord here, and this is the rod. Wall, cord, or the string, or the cable, or the rope and this is the block or the rod. So what will be tension here? Tension will be like that. This is the tension here. So you have to see when you are solving the numericals. If this block is lying on the surface, so weight will be acting downward, reaction will be upward, and tension will be acting like that. But here the block is not showing that it is lying on the surface or any surface or where it is. So we will only show the direction of the tension. So just you have to remember, if a ball is there, if a cord is acting like that, string is like there, you have to see the tension in the string will be T. Fine. Now comes to last part, support reactions once again. Tension or compression, you forget about it. Support reactions you can see here. Roller support, what we have discussed yesterday. It is just the summary of all this part, so we can ignore this part. So this is another important part. Steps to be followed while drawing the free body diagram. Though I will share everything with you, but if you have piece of paper right now, you can write all these steps here. Identify the body, then isolate the body, draw the sketch of the body. Identify the body means you have to identify from the system how many types of body are there. Means, for example, the surface is there, sphere is there, or anything is there. Then when you identify that body, then you have to isolate that body. Means you have to take that body separately and then draw the sketch of the body. Sketch you have to make, apply the weight, how much types of weight are there, means which are the weight which are acting due to the gravity. After that, apply the normal reactions due to that weight and apply the tensile pull if it is present. That the previous case here, if a cord is like here, so we have to see for the tension. So apply the tension pull and then apply the restoring force in the spring if it is there. If not, forget about it. Then apply the support reactions and proceed to analyze the equilibrium condition. So this is the steps to be followed while drawing the free body diagram. If you have a copy with you, pen with you, you can immediately draw here so that it will be benefited for you for doing the numericals. I am just waiting here for 1 minute so that you can draw. Identify the body is common for all, then isolate the body, then draw the sketch of the body, apply the weight, apply the normal reaction, and then it is optional here. Apply the tensile pull if some forces are present there. Then again optional here. Apply the restoring force in the spring if it is present there. Then apply the tensile or compressive force if it is present there. You know, can anybody tell me right now if a tensile force is there or compressive force is there? What is the meaning of that? Can anybody tell right now?
Sir,
Because
compressive forces will change the shape of the object.
No, that's okay, but I am asking you from the perspective which we have discussed in the previous 2 lectures. Can anybody remember the meaning of pulling and pushing that I have discussed in the first lecture?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Pulling means when you are taking the object outward. That is the tensile part. Pushing means when you are pushing the object.
Compressive.
That means it's compressive. Simple. That's I want to say here. Pulling means tensile, and the pushing means compressive. Because in numericals, there might be something is just writing, just only written there. The force is pulling this or force is pushing this, and you should know pulling means you have to go for a tensile force, means outward, and pushing means you have to just move the force towards the system. This you have to remember. That's why I'm asking you. Last is support reactions, and then proceed to analyze the equilibrium. Should I proceed to the next slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
Yes, sir.
every
Yes,
student that make this chart,
Yes,
every
Yes, sir.
student,
Yes,
this is
sir.
very important.
Yes, sir.
Listen, please try to make whatever things I am telling you, because these are very important things. Okay. Now comes to another example here. You can see here. This is this very simple example. Block is lying on the horizontal plane. So weight is acting downward. When the weight is acting downward, this is because of gravity. So this is the active force and this is the reactive force. So weight is acting downward and this is the reactive force of the reaction. If this reaction is not there, then this block and this floor will not be in equilibrium. So this is the self-adjusting forces which come into action when these two bodies are in contact. One body is this block and second is this the floor. So these two bodies are in contact. So due to this, weight is acting downward and this reaction is coming so that block and the floor are kept in equilibrium. This is a very simple example. Similarly here, I need not to repeat here. This is only for the sphere, this is only for the block. And this is very important again, a block on this smooth inclined plane here. This is the inclined plane here. The block is here and this is the string here which is attached to this vertical wall. A weight is acting downward and the reaction, you can see. Again you have to see here, reaction will always act at 90 degree to the surface. This is the surface on which the reaction is occurring. Reaction will always act at 90 degree to the surface, weight acting downward. And you can remember in the yesterday lecture I have already told you if a force is acting at angle theta for the inclined plane, so this will be how much? F cos theta and this will be F sin theta. So now the force here is W. W will be W cos theta and W sin theta. So these are two forces and this is reaction here. This is with W. And again this is the string here. String or the cable. When the string or the cable is here, there has to be some tension here. The tension here is T. So we are taking it outward. So some students can say, sir, why we are taking it outward? It is up to you. You can take the direction inward also. If in the answer it is coming negative, that means your assumed direction is wrong. So you can take the direction outward or inward, is up to you. So for convenience, we always take it outward because outward force is always as positive. So here we will taking it positive. So this is clear to you. This is very simple. This is also very simple ball, and this is very important because a block on the smooth inclined plane, and here see here, this is a smooth inclined plane, means there is no friction involved. There is no friction between this block and this surface. So when there is no force, otherwise what will happen? This strings try to move the block here. So against this there will be a friction which will be acting downward. So here there is no friction. So there is no force of friction involved here. So simply weight W, W cos theta, W sin theta, and R reaction 90 degree to surface and the tension T. So this is again the example of the block on the smooth inclined plane. So the other diagrams also, so you can see them. I will share the slides with you. This is also a sphere is here, and see here, this is also an inclined plane. Due to the inclined plane, reaction will always act 90 degree to surface. This is 90 degree to surface. Weight there and the T is tension. Tension is acting here. I have already told you we will be taking the tension towards the right hand side. So this is the tension here. Similarly for this figure, this is the diagram. So I've already explained everything in the previous slides. So you can make the ability by yourself. This is R1, this is weight W, and this is reaction R2. Is it clear to you everything?
Sir, are we assuming it's a
Should I
friction?
proceed? Friction is negligible here. We are not taking friction into account. When we are taking the friction, we have to take the frictional force also. But here you can see, when the word smooth is here, smooth means there is no friction involved. Listen, the student is asking very good question. In the numerical, if it is written smooth, sphere on the smooth inclined plane, smooth means there is no friction involved. So you need not to worry about the friction part, you need not to worry about the frictional force. It's simple as that, okay? So you have to just remember this thing. If the smooth word is there, that means there is no friction involved. If it's writing here, a sphere on this inclined plane, and bracket frictional force or the frictional inclined plane, then you have to take the frictional force into consideration. If the word smooth is there, directly you have to say that this is only the non-frictional part. Fine. So these two diagrams are also very important. This is important here This is very important here. I think I have already discussed how to make the ability of this diagram. You can practice it by yourself. I will share these slides. And this is also very simple. You can see here, this is sphere here, inclined surface, but the reaction will always act at 90° to surface, 90° here and 90° here. So see here, R1, R2, 90° to surface. So we will extend it here and we will extend it here. So when we are going to discuss the numericals, I will explain you everything in detail. Just right now, you should know how to make the ABD of the different spheres. Okay. That's it from my side for the tutorial lecture. If you have any questions, you can ask. Students, if you have any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, I am stopping the slides.
Sir, I have one.
Yeah.
Sir, it is about regarding the calculator. Sir, currently I have a Casio FX991MS. Will that work?
Actually, listen, this calculator is a programmable calculator. You can use it at home. I have no issues in that, but I am afraid if you are using it in the examination, there can be some objection. Okay.
Sir,
Because
MS stands for non-programmable, right?
Okay, but still you can see that some programmable calculations can be done for the mathematics. That's why it is prohibited. If you can still ask the permission from the exam coordinator, if they allow you, you can use it.
Okay, sir.
But at the home, you can use it. At the home, you can use it. I have no issues. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Any other question? Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, I want to ask the question regarding the test book. Sir, which book is better, SS Bhavikatti or DS Kumar Engineering Mechanics?
Listen, student, I have already told you that SS Bhavikatti is your textbook. Okay. And DS Kumar, you have to use only for the practical or numerical purposes. So SS Bhavikatti you can purchase. First,
okay,
on
sir.
priority you have to purchase it, and secondly, DS Kumar. Any other question?
Sir?
Yeah.
Sir, my question is regarding attendance. I talked to you a few week, but my attendance hasn't been updated yet for yesterday.
I will see to it, okay? After the lecture, I will see to it. Fine. Any other question?
Sir,
Any other
attendance.
question related to subject?
No. So you have uploaded a book on LMS, IS Kumai. So
Yeah.
we.
This is RS Kurmi.
Yes, sir. So
you can also refer that book. You know, we have just uploaded one extra book because we are thinking that if we upload the book that we announce in the class, then variability will be not be possible. No? That's why we have uploaded the third one book, and we just ask you to purchase the other two books. So you will be having 3 books for your reference. Means you can easily solve the numericals from the other books also. So should we start the attendance now?
Yes, sir. Sir, please upload this PPT on MS Teams also.
Fine. Okay, I will be uploading the PPT of all the classes which have been conducted till now, and also on the LMS we are uploading the classes for the coming lectures. Fine, but ensure from the next lecture you should be carrying the calculator, because I will be only solving the numericals. There is no theory part now. Fine, all the 3 lectures will be only.
So please upload yesterday's lecture on Teams.
Okay, I will upload it. Don't worry. Okay, fine.
Sir?